You don't owe anyone anything. Why? Because this is your life and you only have one life to live. Hey, family. So, I just want to get on here and talk to y'all today about feeling like you owe people anything. This is your life. We do only have one, and you shouldn't feel like you owe anyone anything. I know it may probably sound harsh, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to help. I get it, wanting to help people out, but understand that this is your life. And if you do not show up for yourself first, who will? So while you're busy helping out other people and coming through for other people and doing all these things for other people, who's doing all these things for you? Who's going to put you at the forefront? You have to do what you have to do. And yes, sometimes it may come off as harsh, but that's just the way it is. You don't make the rules, you play the game. So with that being said, that's just what it is, baby. Who's gonna come through for you? The things that you want to do and the things that you want to achieve, who's gonna take care of that for you? I'm not saying you have to completely cut out helping other people or whatever it is. You don't have to, but you do have to find time to make time for yourself. You have to be stingy sometimes. If you have to time block out a certain hour of the day, or maybe even shit a whole day, and you want to take that to for yourself and do whatever it is that you want to do. It could be napping, it could be catching up on some housework, it could be a gym day, it could be any day. You owe it to yourself, because you would hate for time to go by and you look back and it's like, wow, I didn't really do anything for me. I spent a lot of time helping out a bunch of people who I'm probably not even in contact with anymore. And it's not to say that you may have family, that you are obligated. Do what you're supposed to do. Come through, of course. That goes without saying. But the extras and the performatives and the offering when no one even asked you, and the always saying yes and not being able to say no. And I feel like it's coming to a cease anyway. I feel like you are to the point to where it's that you kind of are, fed up with always coming through for people, and there's really never nobody there to come through for you. So I feel like that's kind of the point that you are right now. Anyway, always, make time for yourself. You have to, because if you don't, who gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? Nobody. You gotta be stingy. You gotta be stingy and a little selfish with your time. Even if you decide to just pick a day, you want to say, I'm not answering the phone on this day, because more than likely, if I answer the phone, I may have people on my phone asking me to do things for them. So you're not wrong, so don't feel guilty. And like I was saying before I paused the video, I do feel like you have came to the point to where you are no longer feeling guilty for these things. You probably were feeling guilty at first, or feeling like you shouldn't be that way, kind of beating yourself up. But you are getting to the point to where you feel like it is what it is. You've came through so much, and that's your right to feel that way, because you have been on the other end of the spectrum. You have been on the other end helping out constantly, never saying no, always saying yes. So now you've reached the other end of the spectrum to where is you don't care, and you are a little bit more selfish and stingy with your time, as you should be. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have, gotten to that point to where it's like, I'm not even questioning myself. I've showed up enough. It's not a doubt in my mind. Like, I'm not wrong. And that's how you are. You always give things a second thought. You always quick to evaluate yourself. Even if it's, something you feel like you did impulsively or really quick or really fast, you always gave it thought. You always gave it thought. So it's nothing wrong with that. Because sometimes you will come through for people, and these same people, and this goes for when you offer to do things without someone even asking you to do it. You offering to do these things without them even asking, only for them to turn around and tell you, well, I never even asked you to do it in the first place. Well, I never asked you to do that. And trust me, you don't want to be told that. That's like a slap in the face, right? So that's the first thing. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be a little bit selfish. And yes, people, you honestly can't win or lose with people, to be honest. Or can't win for losing. What they say, it don't matter what you do. You damn if you do. You damn if you don't with people. Because if you do it, they will take advantage, and they expect you to be there, right? It goes from appreciation to, expectation. They don't consider what you have going on. They don't consider what you have to do. So it goes from, like I said, appreciation to expectation. It goes to that really, really quick when you never say no and you are always there. So now it's your turn to just do what you have to do without always saying yes. Your yes are going to be for you. Those are the yes that you won't second guess. Saying yes for yourself, coming through for yourself. You finally putting yourself first and saying yes. And you have reached this point. This is the point you have reached. And you are not wrong. Because like I said, you would hate to look back and see and realize you didn't do anything for yourself. Like, are we not here to live? There's nothing wrong with helping. You can help, but you can't forget about yourself. And if your cup is not really full, how are you going to pour from it anyway? You can only help other people by helping yourself. It's literally the only way to help other people is to help yourself first. So keep going. You're not wrong for feeling this way. Like I said, rid the guilt. Feel like you have been. If you haven't, you are about to start ridding, the guilt. Because you have nothing to be guilty about. You deserve it. You showed up. You showed out. You did what you had to do. Obviously, you feel this way for a reason, right? I feel like it's something that you were led to do from inside, is to just start pouring more so into yourself rather than other people and other things. So that's never for me to question, ever. Because, some things are just for you. Some things are just so sacred, right? It's just for you, you yourself, your heart, God, the higher power, however you want to refer to. But yes. So you're not wrong. I just wanted to say keep going. I got some stuff that I do want to speak about with y'all. And I am going to speak about it with y'all. It's just been really busy, but I will be uploading another video. If not today, then tomorrow. But just think about what I said if you haven't already. And this is your sign. If you've been feeling like, man, if you find yourself getting aggravated or upset or like, man, why do I keep this? That's your sign. That's your first sign. You're not just complaining for nothing. You're not feeling that way for nothing. It's the reason why you're feeling that way. Are you going to do something about that? It's the question. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's all I really wanted to get on here and talk about is You don't owe anyone anything, you know. You don't have to feel that way. You don't have to feel like, oh, I owe this person this, or this person came through. And you don't you don't have to do all that. You don't have to do all you don't have to do all that. I know they make it a thing to where is, oh, I want to go gift for gift, and I want to do this for that, and you give me something, I'm gonna get it, go and get it bigger for you. Like, you, all that is just performative. If you've had somebody to come through for you, and you said thank you, you probably even returned the favor. That's it. You're done. Why are you still holding on to that? You know, does this person feel like you owe them a little bit more? I mean, I don't know. What could it be? You know, like, if you do things to get something in return, I mean, are you really helping? And if you feel like that's what a person has tried to do to you or have done to you, you really don't have a reason to feel guilty then. I mean, because were they really looking out for you or gifting you or whatever the situation was? Probably not. You should never feel guilty. That's like walking on eggshells. When you have to walk around eggshells, have to walk on eggshells around people, that's not a good sign. That usually means that that person probably don't accept you for who you are, because you're what, you can't just be. You should be able to just be around people. Just be. If you feel pressured, or if you feel like you walking on eggshells, or if you feel like you've been watched by them, or criticized by them in a very covert way, whatever the case may be, that is a sign you don't feel that way for nothing. Not at all. You don't feel that way for anything. It's a reason why. It's usually a reason why. But you don't have to feel like you owe anyone anything. I don't care what the case may be. Even if it's just a title, you are one person. If you have done enough, and if you feel like you've done enough, then there you go. But to walk around and feel like you owe someone something, and if anyone is even trying to make you feel that way, like you owe them something, and you owe, that's their issue to deal with. It has nothing to do with you. That's their battle, or whatever you want to call it. It ain't got shit to do with you. You should never feel walking around, with your nervous system dysregulated because somebody else feel like you owe them something. That's never the case. You should never submit to someone like that. That's just you never. No. Whose life is this? Is this your life, or is this their life? Because there's no way that you are going to have your own life to live and think for 1 second that you're going to have mine too. It doesn't work that way. This is my life. This is my life to live. This is mine. That's the power of that's a form of someone also trying to intimidate you. If someone is making you feel like you owe them something, never walk around feel like you owe anyone anything. Now, if this is something that is clear as day, maybe you did something to them or whatever the case, of course, this could be very subjective. But if it resonates, then you know. It's crazy I even got to say that. Don't really try to make it fit. If you know you did something to somebody or whatever the case may be, yeah, you probably do owe their ass something. Maybe an apology for starters. A grand gesture is always good too, a gift, whatever the case may be. But if you haven't did anything to this person, and I don't know, they just trying to guilt trip you and shit like that, don't. You can't really take that seriously, because now it's like you're trying to control me and manipulate me, and it's like, no, I don't owe you a thing. People who put on fake feelings, because people pretend all the time. People will literally act like they are just so upset with you. Like you just did so much to offend me. I'm just so offended. And I'm just so upset. And you ain't did nothing to these people. You cannot take something like that seriously. Because it's like, baby, how are you giving me that much power and that much control over your life? Like, what do you mean? You think I'm about to walk around complaining about somebody all day, every day? Hell no. You don't matter that much over here. You don't affect that much over here. You don't run that much over here. You run nothing over here. Better yet. So why would I walk around complaining about you all? That's giving people power. That's literally giving them power when you walk around complaining about them. So it's never that. It's never that. It's never that. Don't ever feel like you have to do anything because of how somebody else feel. What somebody else feel is not yours to carry, point blank. What they feel, is not yours to carry. Mind you, I'm putting emphasis on feel for a reason. This is what they feel, baby. This is what they feel. Very separate from you. That has nothing to do with you. And it definitely ain't yours to carry. People will try to get you to carry their shit 100% when they don't want to carry it themselves, when they don't want to fix themselves, when they don't want to do any type of work or anything. They will try to give you all their shit to carry. If you let them, they will project their asses off on you. And this is why so many people walk around so bothered, because they got people in the background noise, telling them this, telling them that, and they paying attention to the shit. They listening to it. They taking it seriously. Why? Why? Laugh. Blow it up. I say this all the time. Laugh. My favorite one is to laugh. It's laughable. Because that's your shit to deal with, not mine. It's no way you should be complaining about me. And I feel like if I'm not laying down, I didn't get up with you this morning. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't get up with you this morning. So why would I take any of this you seriously? Of what you saying? Like, huh? Some folks are not to be taken seriously. I can't stress this enough. They're not. And you just gonna walk around taking everything they say seriously. Like, come on, it's never. I could never let you live in my head rent free like that. Like, oh, now that you then came spewing something at me, now this is all I'm thinking about. Now it's stuck to me like glue. I could never give you that much power over me. And this is what I'm here to teach you, babe. This is what my channel is about. Because I'm sure it's people who've wanted me to lose my shit. They wanted me to lose my mind. I've been, man, I've been talked about poorly, I'm sure, you know. But I don't want to highlight those things. It's never about that. The thing I've had things done to me to where I'm sure people wanted me to lose my mind, maybe let myself go, you know, maybe be out here looking crazy. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. But I'm still very much here. I'm still very much aware. I'm even more aware, you know, than I was before anything was even, you know, thrown at me. But this is what it's about, baby. You should never take what somebody else is projecting onto you seriously. This is the shit they don't want to deal with. There's no way you're going to make me carry your shit. It's not happening, baby. And this is why you got to walk around with your head held up high when people try to do anything to you negatively, as far as guilt tripping you, trying to smear campaign you, trying to have people, you know, whatever. This is why, because this is what they want. This is what they want. They want you to carry their shit. They want you to be the one to carry it all, baby. And it is, you got to be the one to show them it ain't happening. You got to sit with all that, baby. That ain't mine to carry. I think I said this in my last video. They want to switch places. They want to be in your energy and you be in theirs. That's really, I can't. You see, it's the reason I'm bringing this back up. It's the reason I'm bringing this back up. They do all this, you know, project onto you because it's the shit they don't want to deal with. And if you take it on and you actually take this seriously, well, now guess who's carrying their shit? You are. That's who. And guess what they get to do? They get to be on, you know, a high horse, I don't know. They get to feel good for a moment, because just for a moment, baby, it don't ever last. It don't last. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, don't carry their shit. And people will try. They'll try. You just have to be smart enough and aware enough to know that, you know, maybe they just, even if you just say, they're just having a bad day. It's that simple. It's not nothing you need to go in your brain and think hard about. And no, baby, just continue on with your day. That's just as simple as it get. That's just as simple as it get. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like the video, you like my channel, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.